I'm going to be speaking to the women who are watching this video right now. I think two of our biggest fears are living without ever finding our purpose and dying without ever finding true belonging. Now for me, I know these were definitely true, and I struggled for a very long time with who I am and what my purpose is. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about why heartbreak is essential. And before you click out of this video, I want to let you know that I'm not talking about romantic love involving heartbreak, because there are so many other heartbreaks that we all experience. Before I get into the video, I just wanted to welcome those of you who are new. My name is Bridget and I'm a parent and mindset coach. I also have a free Facebook group for any moms who are watching the channel, or even any women. We talk about mindset, relationships, anxiety, connection, all that good stuff. So if you are into personal development, you're on your personal growth journey, make sure you check out the link below and join our group. Also, don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful, comment below what you want to see more from me, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. So with that being said, let's get into the video. I'd say for so many of us, we try to wrap our hearts in this bubble as though we can just stop ourselves from ever experiencing any kind of pain or heartbreak. And the truth is that heartbreak is essential. If you want to find your purpose, and if you want to feel like you belong, you need to experience heartbreak. To experience heartbreak is to be vulnerable and honest with ourselves, which are really tough things to do. To love is to know the loss of love. And heartbreak is unavoidable unless we choose to love. I'd say that for the majority of us, and I believed this for a long time, that when we think of heartbreak, we think of romantic love, which is definitely a form of heartbreak. But heartbreak doesn't even have to be permanent or tangible, right? Heartbreak is losing something or someone. It's the loss of a loved one. It's losing someone to addiction. It's moving away from someone or something, right? It's even the personal growth of yourself or a partner in a relationship. I've experienced a lot of heartbreaks. The first was the loss of my dad. Then there was losing my mom to addiction. There was moving to a new city by myself, moving out of state, away from my family, with my husband, growing as an individual alongside my husband. And all of these were super, super challenging points in my life, but they were all pivotal. Meaning at each turning point, at each time I was experiencing this, I emerged as a new person, a new individual, right? So I was able to understand more things about myself, about what my purpose was, while also experiencing true belonging. At every point in all of these stages, when I opened my heart, when I grieved whatever I had to grieve, I allowed myself to let people in that I would have never let in. And that's the other thing that I think we are all so afraid to experience heartbreak, because usually what comes with heartbreak is grief. One of the most difficult human emotions we have to experience. And owning our stories, living that heartbreak, is incredibly challenging when we live in a world that tells us to deny our grief. I think as a society, we've almost turned grief into this thing that we have to cure or fix, right? There's tons of research and books out there that tells you what to do when you're grieving, right? Here are the steps you need to take. And while I think all of that is super helpful and necessary, one of the best things that allowed me to work through that grief was either talking to someone who had a similar experience or reading memoirs about people who experienced the grief themselves, right? Because grief will come from many forms. Grief and loss is what happens when you experience heartbreak. But for each person, heartbreak is different. Different people are called to different things when they experience heartbreak. When I grieved the loss of my dad, I knew that it had to be a reason. That's when all of this urge to start finding myself really occurred, when I experienced my very first heartbreak. But for some people, it is about questioning romantic love or relationships with their family. But for others, it can be about racial injustice or poverty or climate change or anything, right? We all are called for different reasons. And usually these callings are coming from a place where we're questioning something about ourselves, something about what we've experienced. One of my favorite quotes is by Glennon Doyle, and she says, "Every world changer's work begins with a broken heart." And it's true, right? The best books and artwork and music and great ideas have all come from a place of pain or discomfort or longing, right? Whatever it is that breaks your heart, that makes you experience grief, wherever that place is, that's where you're going to find connection and belonging. And in fact, the only way to find those things is heartbreak and grief and loss. And it's so hard in the moment to realize that, right? Because when we're going through the grieving process, it is intense and it's difficult, and you kind of want to just cocoon yourself and block the rest of the world out and stop everything and stop everyone from asking you questions. And it looks different for everyone. Everyone's going to want different things when they're grieving, and that's totally okay. It's okay to shut everyone else out, shut the world out, stop doing whatever it is that you're doing, and just feel it. Feel into everything, all of the pain, and sift out all of the things you're trying to work through. But the best part about grief is the after part, the part where you emerge as a totally different person with a new size and a new shape. You won't fit into any of your relationships or your patterns or your thoughts or even your lifestyle anymore. Everything will be different. But it's a fresh start, and it's a new beginning. And new beginnings can be scary sometimes, but I can honestly say that at every point where I was experiencing heartbreak and grief, that I would have rather been the person that I came out as than the person I was going into it. So heartbreak is essential. It's part of our growth process as individuals. And although at times when I was experiencing heartbreak, I wanted to just stop everything, stop the feelings that I was feeling and the thoughts that I was having, I know it was vital. And it's easy to sit up here and give you this advice when you're grieving, you're not gonna wanna hear it. But if you watch this video before you do it, if you're questioning anything right now, whether you should or shouldn't do it, just do it. Find your purpose, find your belonging. Before I end today's video, I just wanted to quickly announce that spots for my free consult are open. So if you're a mom and you're going through your personal development journey, you wanna be more confident, have better relationships, I really urge you to sign up for the consult. I'm gonna leave that linked in the description below, and I hope you get a chance to sign up. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you found it helpful and useful as always, and I will see you next time. Bye.